Hi! Well, it is a breezy October day, but the sky is blue and it's absolutely beautiful here down the allotment. You can see the Rhino greenhouse behind me there, which I've had a little bit of a clear out, and there are so many jobs to do in October. I always think you kind of get August, September off a little bit. Everything's growing and looking lush and you can enjoy it, and you're harvesting, and I'm still harvesting cut flowers and some bits and pieces from the allotment, but it is that busy time of year where you're really starting to prepare for winter, the colder months ahead. And the biggest job that I'm doing at this time of year at the moment is to mulch all of my beds that aren't being used. So any beds where I've had summer crops in and nothing's going to go in over the winter months, I'm giving it a really heavy mulch, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So here's my pile of mulch, and as a gardener you will know how excited I was to receive this. This is a plant-based mulch. It's full of nutrients. It's a great way to suppress the weeds. So I actually use quite a thick layer of this onto my beds. This year especially I had a lot of weeds, so you can see here I've covered my main bed already, and these are some of the smaller beds as well. It's just such a good way to replenish the soil. The plants will love you for it. Over here is the rhubarb, and where I was growing courgettes as well. That's Aztec broccoli in the background. That's had a really good mulch, all ready for the winter months as well. Over here there are cut flowers, and you can see the weeds that have grown underneath the cut flowers, and I've removed some old ones now, so this is going to need a really good mulch. I will remove any particularly tenacious weeds and then mulch on top, but otherwise the mulch will be enough to keep those weeds down and replenish the soil. And don't forget, after you have applied your mulch, to give it a good stomp down. That stops the sunlight from getting through and the weeds underneath from growing up through the mulch. It's a beautiful time of year, so get outside in the garden. So there you go. If you don't mulch your beds, I highly recommend it. It's just absolutely wonderful for the soil and biodiversity in general as well. And you can do that on any beds with any of the materials I mentioned as well. There's loads of different kind of ways you can do it. Some people actually cut back their beds and borders and leave the trimmings on the bed, which can actually work as well depending on what they are. So lots to do in October. I'm going to get on with it. I'm sure you want to too. Don't forget to get mulching.